All three of the Uncharted games for PS3 are being remastered.
Everything great about Halo Sandbox, all into one multiplayer.
Almost kind of no thought.
I think when I bought it,
I
back rate was the wait.
Fasten your seatbelts.
A cast of geeks here, and we're gonna be taking a look at Windows 10 here, the recently released. So we have the RTM version here.
Absolutely, yep. Pretty excited to kind of dive in and look at a lot of the new features that Microsoft has added.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of cool new features in it. I think there's a lot of interesting things to look into. So we'll go ahead and get started here. There's a lot that's changed since Windows 8 and Windows 7.
Absolutely. I actually dodged Windows 8 entirely.
Yeah.
Which
I don't blame you
yeah.
at all.
I mean, like 7 was the last version that I actually really kind of used day to day and kind of stuff like that.
Windows 10 is more like Windows 7. It's kind of a good combination between the two.
Sure. And 8, like I said, like I just generally was not a fan and just basically avoided it.
Yeah.
Any chance I got. So really, I didn't get into like the nitty gritty of 8. So I'm kind of coming at this from someone who came from 7. Yeah. So as someone who's came from 7 and just kind of looking at this and kind of seeing it for not the first time, but kind of diving in for one of my first times. It's really like a come to form, and it looks just the visual aesthetic is a lot different.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's kind of got like a darker theme.
Yeah.
You kind of see that right off the bat.
Yes, it's looks a lot more modern. I think it's a lot sleeker.
A lot more sleek. Yeah. Sure.
The first thing we're going to talk about is the new start menu, which is
one
of the biggest changes. Here's the redesigned start menu. It's got you can see kind of your traditional Windows 7 with all your list of your programs like jump lists and things like that. And
which we really shouldn't even be talking about this thing coming back because it never should have left.
Yeah, yeah, exactly true.
But it's good it's back.
Yeah, and here on the right side it kind of like merges with the live tiles. And
so it's kind of the Metro.
Yeah, it's kind of like the stuff from Windows 8, so it's a good combination of the two. And you can select like, and it opens up in a window, just like any other traditional.
So it's not just
kind of like Word.
A pain in the butt to use with a mouse.
Yeah, so you see this?
Yeah.
They're both in Windows. So, and the UI setup is like optimized to use for both keyboard and mouse as well as touch. So like they did a very good job in that aspect. So that's the redesigned start menu, and next we're gonna take a look at Cortana.
Okay.
And Cortana is one of the features that came from Windows Phone that Microsoft added last year, and they added it to Windows 10, and it's actually pretty handy. I mean, I don't use it very much. I don't think many people will really use it a ton, but it's pretty handy. So you can kind of see things.
Right. Like I don't really use any like voice activated assistants from in my
phone.
Well, I use it when I'm driving, but other than that, I use Siri when I'm driving. But I don't, it's not something I use day to day. But I can see like if you're like sitting back in your chair and you're just like want to say
I feel like touching my computer.
Yeah, like you're just like, hey, show me the weather.
Yeah, actually so I'll be sitting here playing my guitar and not be able to touch it, so I'll say, hey, Cortana.
Okay, yeah, see, that's
open
another...
blah, blah, blah.
Right, yeah. Show me this tab.
Yeah,
so I can see the chords, yeah. Yeah, that'd be a pretty useful thing, I think.
Let's see. I guess we'll run into some of the features of Cortana that I'd like to highlight. What's the weather like? So that's pretty basic. You can do stuff just like on your phone.
Sure.
You can set reminders. You can do things such as that. And since Cortana goes across Android and iOS, you can like your reminders will go across the cloud to everything. So say you set a reminder on your PC, well, it's going to remind you on your phone.
Sure.
So
yeah.
That's really handy.
It's awesome.
Okay. So here's something else that I thought was kind of interesting.
So this is the new IE.
Well, we'll talk about this here in a minute. First, we're focusing on Cortana.
Okay.
So we'll go to, say, an article. Go to, click a random one. Doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, so say we're here, you're here on a web page, and you want to know where somewhere is, or you want to know who someone is. So that's Cortana. And there you go. See, she gets useful information right there. Very easy. She can actually define words, so if you don't know what a word is, I'm just going to click a random word. Doesn't matter what it is. Ask Cortana. And see, she'll define it for you. So that's pretty useful. So you can go to like, let's say, what would be a good restaurant to go to?
Stubby's Seafood Shanty.
I'm just going to type in Stubby's. Stubby's.com.
Yeah,
there we go. All right, now this okay. You see that? She just popped up. I've got directions, hours, and more. So Cortana will be helpful. You click that. And so it gives you useful information like reviews from Yelp. It has the phone number, directions, some photos. It's got to call them. It's got really useful. You can go to the menu here, and you can ask her. Like, if you don't know a keyboard shortcut, you can ask her. What's the keyboard shortcut for it? Like whatever.
Like copy and paste. Yeah.
And the next thing we're going to talk about is Microsoft Edge, which is the successor to Internet Explorer. It's the new web browser for Windows 10. So this is Microsoft Edge, and whenever you first open up the browser, this is what you get. You get kind of just news and kind of useful information. It's got apps, and you can say get the app. Say this is a Netflix app. You say open the app if you already have it, or you can say get the app, and it'll take you to the store.
Right. So basically, some of the things I've seen about it is that it is kind of bare bones right now.
Yeah.
Like it lacks a lot of the features that some of the the powerhouse.
It doesn't have
browsers have
browser extensions and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So they got to add that.
Right. One of the features I saw that I thought was really cool was like that you can annotate.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite features about it. So say you go to a article, we'll select this one, and you can select web annotation. You can set it to your highlighter, and you can highlight things like that. You know, just and things that you think are important. You can go to like your marker and just point that out.
Yeah.
If you're just you can scroll to the web page and do whatever. It's not just like a clip.
So this may not be something that you use every day, but it does have some features that you may be interested in some situations for sure.
And this is definitely really useful. And like if you have a keyboard and mouse, you can like select and just type things. So you're not really up the creek if you don't have touch capabilities.
Right.
The next thing that we're going to talk about in Microsoft Edge is the reading view. So say if you're reading an article, this is already in Safari by default, but it isn't in Chrome by default. So if that's something, but you can get it in an extension. But if you would want it just there,
I think there's an extension called Reader for Chrome that kind of does a similar thing.
So and this is kind of what it does. It's pretty straightforward. You guys probably already know what that is.
Takes away all the distractions.
All the advertisements and distractions are gone. And next we have the reading list. So what reading list is, you select this.
No, Safari actually added this, I believe, in Mountain Lion. And the way it works in the Mac is that you can download web pages for offline viewing. Is that similar to how this?
Yep, that's exactly what it does.
Yeah, that's a pretty helpful thing if you're on the go.
Yeah, so if you're on the go, it downloads them for offline reading. So say if you're on a plane that doesn't have Wi-Fi, or you're at a hotel that doesn't have Wi-Fi, you can just save all your articles and read them in the nice reading view format.
If you're typing something on the go and you need some research, you can just
you
actually take all your articles and just download them.
If you're typing a paper, you can just take them all like on a long trip and just work on it while you're going. It's definitely really useful. So I'm glad they added that feature. Okay, now we're going to jump away from the Edge browser here, and we're going to go to the Xbox app and the Xbox integration in Windows 10, which is one of my favorite things about the operating system.
Same here. That was one of my favorite things that I saw.
So this is the Xbox app here, and it's actually pretty nice. See, it's got all the screenshots and things that your friends have been doing.
Sure.
It's got here's your friends list. And here's like kind of the games and things that you've recently played. It actually integrates in games that are on like from the Windows Store, and you can get achievements from them. You can get achievements from Steam games. Like
so this is kind of like the Xbox Live Hub.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's essentially what it is. So here, show my games. Yeah. See, I got Skyrim here, which is what I got from Steam, but it actually integrates with Steam, so you can get like Xbox achievements with your Steam games.
One of my favorite things I saw was like the way that you can stream 360 or not Xbox One games to your PC. So I think that'd be cool if you're
this is the setting right here. Which I don't have an Xbox One, so we're not going to be able to do that. But see, this is what you do: connect to your Xbox One.
Similar to the way that PlayStation has the Vita, and you can actually play.
But in my opinion, this
is way better, way better, because PlayStation is making you buy like a proprietary, device. And this works with any PC.
You could get this for free even if you have a Mac. You just go download the technical preview of Windows 10 and you're going.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's a lot of cool features with the Xbox app, and I like it. I like it a lot.
I actually read that they were working on streaming PC games to the Xbox One.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's like the next step that they're working on. I think there's some technical hurdles there.
Yeah,
but I think
you can already do that with Steam. You can stream to different PCs with Steam. So with Windows 10, you can actually play multiplayer with people from Xbox. So Xbox and PC can play multiplayer together. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
for sure.
So I think Minecraft for Windows 10, I think that they're trying to like kind of integrate Minecraft so you can play multiplayer with people.
I think that's really smart how Microsoft is like trying to unify the
like
Xbox community and the PC community.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah,
because I've always wondered like why they held that. Like, I feel like some of the best ammunition to use against Sony would be to like use the power of like the PC.
I think
to try to strike back.
It's the best ammunition to use for both of their competition. It's best to use against Apple and Sony because Apple doesn't have a game console and Sony doesn't have a PC.
Exactly.
So I mean, they're just. I think it's really smart that they did that. So, but yeah, the Xbox app. I really like the UI. I like how it's set up. It's kind of got a nice dark theme there. It runs in a window just like any other Windows traditional Windows application. And it's got this hamburger menu, which it already has the settings here, but the hamburger menu kind of gives you more details about them, so you can read what they are. It's got your gamer score and your Xbox profile there, and you can click that, and it'll give you more information. You can, I think it loads up like your avatar and all your stuff. It's a really nice and a useful app, and I really like how it integrates into Windows 10 in a way like the Xbox achievements even with the different games and different applications you can have. But okay, I guess we're gonna switch gears here and go to the multitasking aspect of Windows 10.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of open up a few things here so we can just kind of so now I've got a lot of stuff open, and this is what they added is a task view. So it's kind of like a mission control, or what is it called?
Mission control. You're right.
Yeah, in OS X. So it kind of has a nice overlay of your applications.
And you can select the one that you want to bring to the front.
Yeah, so here's this is that. And hit it again, and then you got and that makes multitasking a breeze, especially like whenever you were something I kind of thought whenever I first tried it out was, is there a keyboard shortcut for this? Because if there's not a keyboard shortcut, I don't find it very useful because you could just go down here and click it. And what's the difference between that and to me that's an extra click,
Sure.
So you can just put Windows, I think tab, Windows key tab, and so that way your mouse don't even have to move down there.
Right.
So now that makes it a breeze.
Right.
I don't know if OS X probably does do that. But
yeah, OS X, it's like a trackpad shortcut. It's
it is
3 fingers up or 2-finger tap on the, and then I think it's control up.
Control up. Okay.
On the keyboard. Yeah.
And then something else is the virtual desktops, which is something that was from OS X and Linux. So you can add a new desktop and
that's something really helpful for productivity.
Yeah, so
kind of organizing. Like something that I do on my Mac a lot is I'll have works or like school stuff on one desktop, and then I'll have another desktop just
like
for
media consumption on the desktop. Yeah, and I think that'll be something that Windows users will welcome. It's a really good feature, I think.
Absolutely.
So you can get a program from here, and I think what you can do is you can drag it over. Yeah, just add it to another desktop. So
sure.
It works the way you think it should. And then whenever you close a desktop out, I think it just adds it all to that one desktop.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're gonna take a look at another one of the good features that they added in Windows 10 called Snap Assist. And what Snap Assist does is it when you have a lot of different windows open, a lot of different applications open. Okay. So whenever you have like a lot of applications open, a lot of programs open, and you're doing a lot of work. You can take a program, like say Word, if you're typing a paper, and snap it to the side, and then it gives you a nice overview.
This was something that was on Windows 7, but this aspect is kind of something they've added, right?
Yeah,
like
this was
snapping.
Yeah, the Snap Assist was not in Windows 7, so this is something that they added in Windows 10. So
and OS X El Capitan actually is kind of also
that's kind of weird because this is the first version of Windows 10 that this has been in, but it was in the technical preview, so they've had it for a while. Then OS X came out with it. I think it seems to me like they both actually kind of came up with that idea.
Now, they didn't at the same time.
Kind of accidentally.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, they kind of both stumbled upon the same idea, which I think is really
it's a good idea.
Feature.
Okay. I think that's that's pretty much all that I was going to discuss for multitasking. It has some pretty good multitasking features, I think. And now I'm going to talk about the Notification Center, which is something that was also in OS X. And what the Notification Center does, you all probably already know what the Notification Center does. It just
shows your notifications,
from like all your different applications, all in one nice place. A very clean, slick UI. Just go through there.
Kind of organizes it by application.
Yeah, it organizes it by application. Even just like system notifications too. Like if you plug something in, it doesn't work properly, or you have to.
It'd be like installing driver.
Yeah,
for blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
exactly. Yeah. And it will be up here in your notification center. So it's got a universal hub for all notifications in Windows 10.
Sure.
And something else I want to talk about is actually something I can't show, but it's called Windows Hello. And what Windows Hello is if you have a camera that's capable, or like a fingerprint sensor, you can sign in with your biometric data. So you can just go sit down on your computer, look at your computer, and it'll recognize your face and automatically log you in. Or if you have like a fingerprint scanner, you can just hold your finger and it'll sign you in.
Sure.
Kind of like what the Lenovo computers used to have back in the day.
Yeah.
But I think that's a really neat feature. It's definitely good for security. So
Absolutely.
like they can't just use a picture and hold it up over their face and log you in, because it doesn't work like that.
And that's good too, because you see like a lot of smartphones starting to use this, and I think it's good if that bleeds over into like the PC space.
Yeah,
well.
definitely, yeah. Yeah, but it's definitely a really nice feature for security, and it's something that business users especially are going to probably really enjoy. They're really going to like.
Or just anyone that doesn't like, or likes rather, feeling secure in like their data is not in a place that could be stolen.
I mean, if you have if you have the biometric data, they can't just steal your password. Pretty much the only way that they're going to be able to log in your computer is to drag your unconscious corpse.
Hey, give me your face.
Another thing I wanted to talk about was the built-in apps with Windows 10. So that's the apps that came with the operating system, which is sort of like the weather app. It's a really nice UI. Actually, is really familiar to the Xbox app, and it's got the things on the side. This is the radar, and you got kind of a more details when you click the hamburger menu. But the hamburger menu isn't necessary, and that's what I like about that. But the design UI language within these different applications, and you have Groove Music, which is the music application, and this is a pretty nice. It's kind of familiar to what we've seen before. All the apps kind of have a really familiar UI, so if you know how to use one, you know how to use them all.
Right.
Which is something that I really like. And here's movies and TV, which just has kind of like all your videos and stuff, and the UI is the same. It's pretty nice. You can go here and you can buy stuff in the store. Built-in apps are really nice. They're a lot better than Windows 8, because in Windows 8 they were optimized for tablets. And they kind of had the side-scrolling deal. It wasn't really ideal, and they had like stuff that was really big and blown up and in your face, and it was just bad, And with Windows 10, it's completely different. It's optimized for keyboard use and mouse use, but also touch. And that's kind of what's really great, I think, about the design language with Windows 10 is you can use Windows 10 with a keyboard and a mouse in a traditional way. Then you can go ahead and instantly switch and use it as a tablet, and the UI and the operating system it'll adapt in a way that makes sense. I mean, I think they really did good with this operating system. I'm really liking it so far.
Absolutely.
But here is the Windows Store. We're going to talk about it. And you got, you can buy apps, and it's probably a lot like the Mac Store, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So this is a Windows Store.
It's kind of got like the featured apps there, sort of like the Mac and iOS store. And you got here's your apps. You got different categories. This is apps only. This is your games only. And there's it's got like Minecraft. This is Minecraft Windows 10 edition. So this is one that's built specifically for Windows 10. So that's going to be pretty interesting. It's in the beta right now. But I think they're trying to integrate this with the Xbox version, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. Here is music. You can buy music right from the store. You can buy movies from the store, movies and television shows, whatever. Sure. It's just, it's all integrated into the same store. So you don't have to go to 2 or 3 different apps to buy movies and music and apps and games. It's all in the same place. It's all in one place, and it's really nice. So now what we're going to talk about is Continuum. And Continuum is one of the best features in Windows 10, in my opinion. It's one of the cooler features, I think. And what Continuum does is we can't demo Continuum. Well, I'm just going to kind of run you through it. If you have a tablet device that is touch and keyboard and mouse, a 2-in-1, for instance, whenever you detach the keyboard, a prompt will come up on the screen here, and it'll ask you, do you want to switch to tablet mode? And what tablet mode is kind of it's a cleaner UI, so I can actually go to tablet mode right now. And this is... It just kind of makes the buttons larger.
Yeah, this is tablet mode. It makes the buttons larger. All the programs are gone. It's a lot sleeker and cleaner for a use that would make more sense with a tablet. And you can click the task view here, and you can switch between applications like that. And even, see, this is a traditional application, and it opens up in a full screen window. It's like these aren't in windowed mode, in tablet mode.
Right.
And you go to a Metro application or a modern UI application, and it does the same thing in the way that you think it should. It has a universal back button here, so I went back to that app I was just at, just like Android has, for instance. And then the home button pretty much takes you to your pinned applications. You got your Wi-Fi settings and a lot of useful things like the notification center here. I'd say if you use Android, then this probably wouldn't be too jarring to use. I wouldn't think.
Right.
And also, one thing I think is cool is you can actually do this in tablet mode. You can say show app icon. So now, if you're say doing productivity, you got right there, and you can switchly just tap your icons, and I think that would be really useful for doing productivity.
So
tasks.
are the multitasking gestures still the same?
Yeah, they're
in tablet mode. Drag in from the right side.
When you drag in from the right side, it brings up the notification center, and when you drag in from the left, it brings up task view. So you can switch between apps.
But I mean, how do you multitask? Because I know in 8 you drug your finger from the right side, and it would bring in an application.
Yeah. You just click. I think you just click task view. No, I think you drag it down actually, and just
Okay. So you would drag from the top now, basically. Okay. And then drop it on the side you want.
Yeah, drop it on the side you want.
And then it gives you like the little divider that you're used to.
It works in the same way.
Okay.
But one thing I think is really cool about it is this is your task view. You got all your open applications. You got I got Spotify open here. I got Edge open here. I got File Explorer open. And if you're doing all these tasks, say in tablet mode, and you're on the go, and you're doing some productivity tasks maybe while you're on your way to work or something, you gotta hurry up and get this presentation finished. Do some last minute touch up work. Well, you can go down to your office and dock on a docking station.
And it's going to go back to the desktop mode. And I guess the
desktop,
desktop mode, is that? Okay.
And then it'll ask, do you want to go back to desktop mode? And then you just click.
Yeah, there's this like little notification that pops up.
Exit tablet mode, and instantly it's back. Here's everything you had open from tablet mode. So it works in a way that makes sense.
Ready to use your keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. It's actually a really useful feature for Windows Phone. Windows Phone actually has Continuum just like the PC has. So how Continuum in Windows Phone works is you can plug your phone
into like a monitor,
PC, and it runs the PC versions of the apps. So like you can use a keyboard and a mouse, and you can use Office, Word, your web browser. It acts just like a PC.
Yeah,
and it feels just like a PC.
That'd be really cool, especially with phones getting more and more powerful and stuff.
Yeah. So I think that in the future that may be something that might entice you once they get this worked out.
Yeah.
Really, Continuum adds a lot of versatility, I think, to the platform.
Absolutely.
I like that a lot. But I think that about covers it.
I think so. Yeah.
But this is our overview and our look at Windows 10. Just let us know what you think about Windows 10 in the comments below, and just kind of keep the conversation going. And
make sure to subscribe to our channel if you like this video and want to see more content. All right, but we'll talk to you guys later.
Windows 10 represents a new generation of Windows built for an era of more personal computing.
Our goal is to make Windows 10 the most attractive development platform ever.